The gunshot orchestra washes in through television sets. A mother falls to her knees at the sight of her children picked clean like debris from the crimson streets. This is her heartbeat. This is my country. This is the soil of a garden where 1 billion people planted their family trees. This is the past of me. I stand here in this ruin of a square with the ghosts of 1,000 bodies, our hearts still beating, but not yet dead. In 1989, the government paints the Beijing streets red, a soft river of scholarly blood, and a deafening crescendo of 10,000 simultaneous tank and gunshot wounds, an instant of fire, and a generation of protesting college students take their final breath. Later that year, my Chinese father takes his birth breath in a university overseas. He attends the University of Toronto for free, or perhaps with a scholarship paid with the currency of international sympathy. Entering the American first grade, I did not know then the taste of an education that I wasn't born to have. One morning recess, another student points a water gun at my chest. Shot dead, the wet stain would fade away in seconds, but the sound will enter my bloodstream, tunnel down the roots of my family tree, and land on the bloody portrait that the government's army painted on their own city streets. But this painting is a portrait of me. A portrait of 100,000 injured, 200 dead, 500 dead, 1,000 dead, 5,000 dead, 7,000 dead. No one really knows. A portrait of Chinese ancestry spilled on the canvas of our mother country. We were born again from the red. We placed a statue of liberty at the center of our country's heart. For 5 days, she stood up, overlooking a sea of 100,000 men and women united as one. But then a tank's first flame sears the torch from her hands, and her body is reduced to rubble at our feet. But yet we marched onwards with starving stomachs and hearts aflame. We held each other's hands so tight that even as the students next to us were bayoneted to the ground, we kept marching on until the blades of our voices carved the canyon to the other side of the world. And they may try 1,000 times with their loaded guns and rushing tanks to chop the stems off our country's memory, to erase the names of the dead from the pages of history. But they may never beat the love out of us. Let our voices resurface above the steam of our country's body as she struggles to tie every broken piece of herself back together the same way I am trying to tie the pieces of my past into one. Look at that gun. When it fired, 100,000 protesters' hearts liquefied into an oil to burn a torch as bright as the sun. Look at the sky. We are birds in her palms, lit up forever with an onrush of red.